I was 19 when my little brother was born. As soon as he was born, I could feel that he was different from the other kids.
My relationship with my family, from the very beginning, they were very supportive and they helped me with everything. At some point, when I was a kid, I had a feeling that I was different. And I felt that there was something different inside of me.
We took him to a doctor, and from the way the doctor spoke, I realized I had a little sister.
I had to go to a boys' school, which was very difficult for me because the things that I liked were different. They made fun of me from the very first day, and I was subjected to this, and it was taking a toll on me. They wouldn't let me be with my friends because one of my friends' parents had come to school and said that I was influencing their son. He was actually the only person who I had found who was similar to me in the school, and I could be comfortable enough to confide. I really love Iran, but unfortunately, it wasn't a safe place for me, and that's why I had to leave. And it's not a safe place for any LGBT. When you hear that some people have been killed or seriously hurt just because they were LGBTQ and they had been arrested or put to death or fined or imprisoned, like one of our friends who was killed by them and her family wasn't even able to find out why or who had done it. Because the law says that you do not have the right to be gay in Iran. Even though you have had made life so difficult for us, created all these nonsensical laws, and you want to say that LGBTQ does not exist in Iran, I want to say that we exist, and there are many of us, and we stand together, united and powerful.
Iran is a country where women still do not have freedom. Trans people are not allowed to live their lives, and gay people have a lot of difficulties. They are looked upon poorly by others. Even a regular woman, as an acknowledged gender for many years, have a lot of difficulties. Now, add to that a situation where a gay or trans person is involved. We as women are still not accepted. How can you expect a trans person who identifies as a woman to be accepted? They don't even accept these people as human.
When I was approximately 13 years old, I had reached a point where I was really emotional and I couldn't control it anymore. So it got to the point that I was listening to depressing music and I wasn't in a good place at all. My sister saw this and realized that something wasn't right. My sister suggested that she knew a doctor who might be able to help, to figure out what this even was and why I was feeling this way.
When we took Lola to the doctor, at first they believed that Lola was gay. My mother was very sad. It was very difficult for my family to accept this.
My mom was very distressed, so we got another appointment. And my mom and brother were looking for a way to cure me, as if I were sick and needed to be cured. So we saw the doctor again, and the doctor said the solution was that they should buy me a bulldog and put a cactus in my room. And my mom decided to go along with it because she was hoping that it would cure me. And when they had decided to go ahead, my brother said that they would get a pug instead of a bulldog. Maybe the reason that I'm Lola now is because we got a pug instead of a bulldog, and I wasn't cured as a result. But we do not need to be cured. This is not a disease, this is what it is.
I also have another brother who is very strict, and when he found out that Lola is different, we had many issues. Lola used to hang out with his friends, and she would also socialize with my friends. We grew up together, we grew together, we collaborated on a lot of artistic projects together. This was difficult for him to accept. It got to the point that they banned Lola from coming to my house. We used to collaborate on a lot of art projects at the time. I lived apart from the family at that time, and she was no longer allowed to visit me.
I don't know what they were thinking, but this caused me to feel worse and worse. And I tried to commit suicide as a result. I felt so bad that I went into the bathroom and I slit my wrist. But I immediately got terrified of what I had done. Everything was covered in blood. And I realized I had made a mistake and I came out of the bathroom. My sister took me to the hospital to get stitches. That was one of the most difficult days of my life. I was under so much pressure.
I had to speak to my mother and make her understand that this is not a disease, it's not something strange. I said to her, "You have a healthy child who has a lot of potential and has many different ways in which he can shine." And I told her that this shouldn't be a big deal for her. The most important thing is for Lola to accept this. From that day, my mother began to accept the situation, and today she's totally at ease with everything.
When I was about 19 years old, I decided to leave Iran and I was looking for a way to do this. I was willing to try anything, education abroad, anything. I just wanted to get out of Iran. And I spoke to a friend who was in Turkey who told me about becoming a refugee. When he told me I could seek asylum in Canada or the US, I told my family, and they told me to do what I thought was best for me. So I made my decision and got everything together within a matter of months and went to Turkey as an asylum seeker. Before coming to Canada, I needed to spend about 3 years in Turkey before I could get my visa. And it didn't take too long before I realized that even Turkey isn't a safe place for us.
When I was in Turkey, I got invited for a birthday party in another city. There, I met Lola. A day after the party, we had a chance to talk to each other more. And there, I noticed we have something in common. So after I talked with Lola about myself, we noticed that however we are living as a gay man, we are not still gay person. And gay community is not accepting us very well as a gay boy. So we started to express ourselves the way we are. We started to shave our face, we started to put makeup, wear a wig, and wear a feminine outfit. That was how we could express ourselves. And that was the very, very first time we went out to the street as a woman.
But it didn't have a happy ending because of the homophobia that is prevalent in Turkey. We were walking down the street when a couple of boys started hitting on us, and we thought it was fun, so we decided to go out with them. When they found out we were guys, they started getting mean and they wanted to force some stuff on us. So we decided to get out of there. When we told them we wanted to leave, they got very angry and we tried to get out of their car to go home. One of them picked up a bottle from the floor and threw it at the back of my neck. We got really scared and ran away. It was a very scary experience, and we couldn't even report it to the police.
Well, in Turkey, I mostly was dealing with my anxiety and my depression because I was away from my family. I just left my country and my beloved one without even saying goodbye to any of them. I kind of escaped home. As a refugee, you wouldn't have all the rights. And as a gay refugee, you would have nothing. So you just need to stay there, live there, and just wait. It was even worse than my country.
وقتی که رفتم ترکیه ادامه دادم به کاری که دوست داشتم بکنم داشتم هنوز
I continued working with my sister while I was in Turkey. She would visit me every once in a while to help me with my portfolio and photography.
کمک کنه واسه پورتفولیوم
Our images were always a bit avant-garde, a bit strange.
یکم عجیب غریب بود و همین چیز عکاسیام
And as our photos were gaining popularity in Iran through Instagram, they arrested my sister because of the photos and they were searching for me as well.
دستگیر کردم به خاطر عکاسیامون و داشتن دنبال من
And I don't know what would have happened if I had been in Iran at that time. I don't know if I would still be alive or in prison.
زنده بودم یا مرده
I'm just
یا
glad that I
کشته
wasn't there.
بودم. هیچی نمیدونم و فقط تنها چیز اینه که خوشحالم که اونجا نبودم اون تایم.
When I was arrested by the police, I was really worried because as soon as they entered my house, they asked me where Lola was. They were looking for her because my name was under all of the photos that she had posted. And that was the first time I was truly happy that Lola was not in Iran. I was thinking about everything they would have done to her if they had caught her. I heard that they had accused others of devil worship. They hanged some and executed them. This terrified me. I had already been subjected to this type of treatment many times just for doing normal things. I couldn't imagine what they would have done to Lola. And thinking of all this made me so happy that Lola was not in Iran at the time.
Lola was born in Turkey, but Canada gave her the opportunity to reach her dreams. My life as Lola started in Turkey while I was waiting for my papers. For 2 years, I was living as Lola and had already started mentally transitioning before getting to Canada and starting hormone therapy. And when I got to Canada, I started my hormone therapy and started my physical transition. When I came to Canada, my sister decided to visit me. And when she got here, because of the work we did together, we realized that she can't return to Iran.
Like Lola, I can no longer return to Iran, even though I truly miss my friends and family. I worried a lot about Lola because I always felt that Turkey wasn't a safe place for people like her. But we were happy that she had some great friends in Turkey, supportive friends who really helped each other out. And I was happy that she would eventually leave Turkey for Canada. And what a great place she had chosen, where people can exist freely in any form they want and see each other as equals. This is something that I feel now whenever I walk through the streets. I feel that no one judges anyone, and I really like that.
I can still remember that. The day I got the result that I got approved for Canada, I couldn't stop crying. I was so happy. It was like a fairy godmother that making all your dreams to come true all in once. I started my transition here in Canada. I was on waiting list for my surgery more than 2 years, and I finally got it done in Montreal. But at that time, I had no support from my family. They didn't even know I'm going through such a big change in my life. The time I was in the surgical room, I was thinking about my mom, that how much I wish she was there waiting for me. I came out of the surgical room. I opened my eyes. My mom wasn't there. I was all alone. So I took my cell phone. I called my mom and I told her how lonely I was feeling and how much I wish if she could be there for me. She started to cry and asked me, "Who is there with you?" And I said, "No one." And I think that was the time she accepted me. That was the time she felt my loneliness and how important being trans is for me. It's not like a choice. It's your life. This is who you really are. And you can't escape from it.
خیلی ناراحت کننده است که
It's very sad to not to be able to return to the country where I was born, to not be able to see friends and family.
ببینی چون شاید یه سریار اصلا نتونی ببینی.
Because there are people you'll never be able to see again or say goodbye to. Yes, that's really sad.
I see a very good professional and artistic future for myself and Lola here. Because everything that is needed for you to grow in your field is available here. I think this is an incredible opportunity that Lola and I have found, and we are going to prove ourselves.
I'm so happy I met Lola, and I'm so happier that she is my friend. After my surgery, when I got back to Vancouver, she was in my place, waiting for me. She helped me a lot through this transition, from all my questions about it, through doing my laundry, making food for me. We have each other back. And having a support from your friends and your family means a lot for a trans person. Lola and I are going to be friends for many years. I know that. I can feel it. We went through a lot of things together. We transitioned together. And it's very unique to have a friend who would really, really feel you. He would really, really understand you. When you're talking about pain, she knows what kind of pain exactly you're talking about. And when you're talking about happiness, she can feel it too. And also, not to omit, we two have something in common: to express ourselves by dance. She's a great dancer, an amazing performer, and I'm learning a lot from her. She's my inspiration.
از وقتی یادم میاد من عاشق
From as far back as I can remember, I loved to dance. Obviously, that wasn't an option in Iran. And in Turkey, I was in a small city at first. I couldn't do it there either.
انجام بدم برای همین تصمیم گرفتم برم به شهر بزرگتر که
So I
استانبول.
decided to move to Istanbul and pursue dance and performance. I got famous there for my shows, which I am still doing now.
رقصیدن و اجرا کردن و اونجا باعث شد که
Thankfully, now that I'm in Canada, I can freely share my feeling through dance.
دارم. به عنوان یک ترنس خودتون رو کوچیک ندونین، خودتون رو پرقدرت بدونین.
As a trans person, don't think of yourself as small. Know that you're powerful. Know that you're unique.
ولی متفاوت خوب، نه اینکه فکر کنین
Know that you're different, not in a bad way, not that you're missing something.
شما باید بدونین خیلی چیزا رو بیشتر از همه
Know that you have opportunities in this life that others probably don't have. You have powers that no one else has.
دارین که هیچکی نمیتونه داشته باشه و از همه این تجربه
Embrace every experience and let them make you a stronger person.
آدم قوی ترین باشین و فقط
Follow what you love and reach your dreams. Don't let anything stand in your way. You can do it as I did. Just continue doing what you're doing.
شما میتونین همونجور که من تونستم و ادامش بدین.
شاید هر کسی این شانس رو نداشته باشه که توی خانواده‌اش
Not everyone has the chance to have a baby brother who grows into a beautiful, kind sister. I truly believe I was lucky to have this in my life, and I'm very proud of it.
یکی از شانس‌های بزرگ زندگی من بوده و من واقعا بهش افتخار می‌کنم.
I'm not alone. Trans people are your neighbors, your friends, your family. We are part of the community as much as anyone else. My name is Lola Lewis, and I'm a trans woman, and I'm proud of it.